How did the Tsar's fall lead to civil war? Have you ever wondered how the fall of a single ruler can ignite a massive conflict? The fall of Tsar Nicholas II in March 1917 is a prime example. His abdication marked the end of centuries of autocratic rule in Russia, but it did not bring the stability many hoped for. Instead, it created a power vacuum that led to chaos. The provisional government that took over was mainly made up of liberals and moderate socialists. They struggled to address the urgent social and economic issues facing the country. One major problem was that they continued Russia's involvement in World War I. This decision was deeply unpopular and only worsened the economic hardships. The provisional government lacked broad support, especially from workers, soldiers, and peasants who were eager for radical change. Meanwhile, the Petrograd Soviet, a council representing workers and soldiers, gained influence. This created a dual power structure that undermined the authority of the provisional government. The long-term failures of the Tsarist regime also played a significant role. For years, the Tsar had oppressed the lower classes and failed to modernize Russia's political and economic systems. Nicholas I's poor leadership during World War I made things worse. He took personal command of the army despite lacking military skill, which led to disastrous outcomes. Inflation soared, food shortages became severe, and the war effort faltered due to poor logistics and incompetent generals. These failures had already built revolutionary sentiment before the Tsar's fall. As chaos reigned, the Bolsheviks, a communist faction led by Vladimir Lenin, saw an opportunity. They promised peace, land, and bread, appealing directly to war-weary soldiers, land-hungry peasants, and starving workers. After the October Revolution in 1917, the Bolsheviks seized power from the provisional government. However, their control was quickly contested by various groups opposed to communism. The overthrow of the monarchy and the Bolshevik takeover fractured Russia into competing factions. The civil war that followed pitted the Red Army, made up of Bolsheviks, against the White Army, a coalition of monarchists, liberals, and anti-communists. Other nationalist and regional forces also joined the fray. The Whites aimed to restore the old order or establish alternative governments, while the Reds fought to consolidate communist rule. During the Civil War, the Bolsheviks implemented war communism to control resources and maintain their military effort. This involved nationalizing industry, requisitioning grain from peasants, and suppressing opposition. Although these measures were harsh, the Bolsheviks viewed them as necessary to defend the revolution and build a socialist state. In essence, the Tsar's fall dismantled the old autocratic system but did not resolve Russia's deep social and political crises. The failure of the provisional government to stabilize the country, combined with the Bolsheviks' revolutionary agenda and the resistance of anti-communist forces, led to a brutal civil war. This conflict was seen by communists as an essential struggle to overthrow the oppressive old regime and to establish a government based on workers' and peasants' power, ultimately aiming to build a classless society.